I am on a mission. You see, somebody shoved all of these poor Barbie dolls inside of these fuzzy animal costumes. I have to find out who the man is behind the slaughter. In all seriousness, the Barbie Cutie Reveal series has been out for a couple months now, and I am finally getting around to reviewing them. These dolls have been really popular within the Barbie collecting community, and I wonder why that is. I'd like to think that it's because this concept is just so out of left field for Mattel. I mean, if you would have told me like a year or so ago that we'd be getting fursuit Barbies, which is basically what this is, I would have thought you were crazy. Mattel and Barbie tend to play it extremely safe whenever it comes to new and innovative Barbie concepts, presumably in fear of not upsetting their Christian conservative mom consumers. Wild and out there ideas like this is kind of what Barbie needs right now, because she's a little too safe sometimes. Even in lines like Barbie Extra, modern playline Barbie is only allowed a certain level of edge. Something like this almost feels like it's crossing the line because of how safe modern Barbie tends to be. Oh, but before I forget, look who came in the mail today. I ordered Barbie Fashionista number 192 off of Amazon, and he just came in the mail today, so I figured why not include him in this video. Now, I was so excited when this guy was announced because he is the third Barbie Fashionista to be released with vitiligo and the very first playline male fashion doll to be made available with these skin conditions, so Barbie making history yet again. His illustration looks a little different than the doll. Maybe he was supposed to come with dark brown hair originally. I'm extremely excited for this upcoming wave of Barbie Fashionistas. There are so many of these that I want. Of course, I have this one with the June face sculpt on pre-order, so she should be here pretty soon. So here's Barbie Fashionista number 192 straight out of this packaging. This isn't a new Ken head sculpt or anything. As it's dated 2016, we've seen him multiple times already, but I am so happy that they didn't give him the UV resin printing on this release. And for just ordering one off of Amazon, I got a really symmetrical facial screening, so I'm really happy about that. You can see that he's got a very tan complexion. Looks like he's just been to the beach. I mean, it could just be the tank top. He's also got some dirty brown painted hair, and of course he has some vitiligo patches across his face, neck, and arm. I've said it once and I'll say it again, I really wish that all the dolls that Mattel released with these unique skin conditions came with at least articulation at the elbows, wrists, and knees, but I have seen some people already customizing made-to-move bodies, painting on his lighter patches of skin to give him articulation, so maybe I'll end up doing that one day, but he will be a vegetable until I get around to that. He's also got some beautiful grayish blue eyes that are brought out by his blue Malibu tank top. And he's also got some orange shorts to match along with some light blue sandals. He is just overall a very handsome guy, and I'm so happy to add him to my ever-growing Barbie collection. I gotta say, whenever they first said that they were going to be doing a Ken with vitiligo, I assumed that he was going to be black. I mean, this guy definitely looks like a white guy to me. But hopefully in the near future, they will release a black Ken with vitiligo as well. I don't know, maybe it was a little ignorant of me to assume that he was going to be black, considering vitiligo affects all races equally. It's just a lot more visible on people with darker skin complexions. But I'm so happy that little boys with vitiligo now have a doll that they can see themselves in. And much more importantly, I get more doll diversity in my collection. And now on to the Barbie Cutie Reveal series. So these dolls come in blind tube boxes, which is kind of weird considering you know which one you're getting because they have their illustrations on the outside of the box. So I don't really see why they needed to be in a blind bag format, because honestly what I'm most excited about is that all the dolls in this collection, like each one of them have a unique screening for their sculpts. Even Millie has a unique screening in this wave, and I'm always worried about wonkai with these blind boxes, but I mean, look how easy these are to open. Now, I'm not advocating for you to open these up in store to check for wonkai, but they're already ripping you off. I mean, the least they could do is have their face be printed on straight. So here is the first one. This is the pink bunny rabbit straight out of her packaging. I'm not gonna spend too much time on these because I assume that you all have already watched my Froggy Stuff's episode on them, which she completed in a timely manner. But this is what you get, a doll in a fursuit, basically. You can see that the head is made out of like a plush material with plastic button eyes. The jacket, I believe, is reversible. Yes, it's a reversible plush jacket. The pants are also made out of the same soft material, and she also has some vinyl paws, I guess, made out of a very flexible plastic so they can slip on and off of her limbs easily. I mean, it looks really cute. I saw a lot of people taking pictures with the bunny around Easter, so this would be perfect for an Easter bunny photo shoot. But as for the doll underneath, and here you can see that I went ahead and dressed her in her secondary outfit, minus the jacket, because I really wanted to show you the articulation. All these dolls come with the same level of articulation, with full rotation at the shoulders, the elbows, the hip, and also the knee, and of course, full head rotation. So they are technically fully articulated. I would have still liked a wrist joint and maybe even an ankle joint, but for $25 I'm happy that you at least get this level of articulation. But like I was saying earlier, the main reason why I was interested in these dolls is because of their unique facial screenings. Even though I don't personally buy a whole lot of dolls with the Millie head sculpt, I had to make an exception for her. Look how beautiful this facial screening is. Like, Men's Ham really went all out with this collection. And I'm also very happy that these dolls with these unique facial screenings don't have the UV resin pixel paste, which some of the prototypes that Mentam shared on her Instagram looks like at one point in time they were thinking about maybe giving them the UV resin pixel paste, and I'm so glad that they decided to opt out of that. And speaking of prototypes, I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't mention this image, which shows an early version of this Millie's facial screening. This image had a lot of people excited for this collection. You can see it's not exactly the same as what we ended up with. You can see that the final product's eyebrows are a lot thicker than the prototype. I don't know why they decided to make that decision, but this is still one of the prettiest screenings that I've ever seen on the Millie sculpt in all my years as a Barbie collector. I really love the extra catch lights in her eyes, and they did something really unique with the lipstick on the dolls in this collection where they actually painted on extra shines to the lips, which is something that Barbie has never ever done before, and I think it looks really cool. Now, as for her extra accessories, she comes with these pink plastic bunny ears and also this holographic silver skirt. It's just elastic, it doesn't really velcro or anything, and she also comes with these plastic blue boots. She also has molded on, I guess it could be either her underwear or a swimsuit in this light blue color. This is the first time that I've ever seen a Barbie doll with this specific body sculpt. You can see that it has genuine Barbie on the back of her bra, I guess, and the body sculpt is dated 2021, so this is definitely a new body for her. All the dolls in this collection do share the same body type, so this body sculpt must have been made specifically for this line. And here's what her reversible jacket looks like when it's reverse. It's this blue rainbow pattern. It looks really cute and it's extremely soft. And this Millie is actually really tan, so I have a couple body donors here that aren't exact matches, but they'd be close. This is the pink floral yoga Barbie, and you can see that she's slightly lighter than the Cutie Reveal Barbie. So I also have the green tie-dye Barbie, and you can see that she's a little darker, so she's kind of in between both of those skin tones. And here is the illustration on the outside of the gray puppy dogs packaging. I thought this was another bunny. Like, I thought it was a gray bunny with floppy ears, but no, it's a dog. And here is the gray puppy dog Cutie Reveal Barbie straight out of this packaging. Yeah, not really a whole big difference from the bunny apart from really the color, but if you look at the catch lights and their eyes, you can see that the puppy dog has star shapes and the bunny has heart shapes. Same soft fluffy material, soft clothing, vinyl limbs, but the head sculpt's different. You can see that for her they used that new face sculpt that debuted in 2020 that we still don't have a name for yet, but I really love this face sculpt, and I especially love this new facial screening for her. Apart from the nose, that's part of the color reveal feature. By the way, the nose, the heart nose does come off, as you can see. Honestly, this might be my favorite screening that they've ever done for this new sculpt. I love her pastel purple lips, and if you look really closely in her eyes, she actually has some star catch lights, and I think that's a really, really adorable detail. And I really love her hair color. It's just a shame that it's that poor quality polypropylene crap. Oh, and she also has some freckles on her cheeks, if you can see that. And here she is in her second outfit. As you can see, it's extremely similar to Millie's, except the color scheme. The skirt's also kind of a different shape. These are just flat, unfinished pieces of plastic. But she does come with a different head accessory. You can see that she has some gray puppy dog ears. And her jacket is a light lavender color with dark purple hearts. I really wish that Mattel would invest in some higher quality nylon, at least, for their dolls with colored hair. Now, this Barbie doll comes in the light yellowish warm ivory skin tone, so if you want to upgrade her to a made-to-move body, she's going to match the BMR 1959 with the Kira face sculpt or the curvy red tie-dye made-to-move Yoga Barbie. Just a side note, this new Barbie Fashionista shares the exact same skin tone and face sculpt as this Barbie doll, so Mattel must really like using the warm ivory skin tone for their Asian Barbies. But I guess because of their different facial screenings and hair colors, they could be seen as two different people, or maybe this is just her in cosplay. And here's the outside of the Panda's packaging, along with her unique illustration. I really feel like Mattel has been really working their digital artists, because all of these dolls in this collection have unique artwork for them. They're not just recolors. So props to the digital artists at Mattel. I wish I knew who you were. And here is the black and white Panda straight out of her packaging. You can see that the catch lights in her eyes are just some twinkle stars. Hey, you know, I really love all the embroidered detail on the faces of these dolls. The eyes and mouth could have easily been printed on if they wanted to be real cheap. Now this one uses the Olivia face sculpt. And I've had some people ask why I refer to this as the Olivia face sculpt, or what sort of source I have for that name. Well, there was a Barbie styling head that was released a couple of years ago that used an enlarged version of this face sculpt. And in the product description, she was called Olivia. So many of us have been assuming that that was kind of sort of like a hint as to what this face sculpt was called internally at Mattel. I mean, hey, to me, it's better than calling it the Pizzazz face sculpt, because the Pink and Pizzazz Barbie was the first one to use it. A lot of people call it that as well. This sculpt is also exclusively used for all the dolls of the character Renee from Barbie Dreamhouse Adventure, so I guess you could call this Pizzazz or Renee or Olivia if you wanted to. I will call it Olivia on this channel unless Mattel tells me otherwise. But this is definitely a new look for Olivia. I'm not sure how I feel about the Garage Band Avril Lavigne black eyeshadow. But with Y2K trends coming back into fashion, I mean, this could come back as well. It definitely gives her a punk look. I also love her thick brown eyebrows, her freckles, her red lips, and also the sparkles they put in her eyes. It kind of gives me a sort of like a reminder of the vintage Barbies from the 1980s that always had like little stars on their eyes. Now her hair has a lot more movement than the puppy dog, so I assume it's made out of a better quality saran. You can see that it's mostly black, so it's not like an unnatural hair color apart from these two colored streaks on the front. As for her second outfit, she comes with these plastic black bear ears, and her jacket reverses into this black and white polka dot pattern. She also comes with this red sporty skirt that's made out of like a reflective satiny material, and also these red Converse shoes. And Olivia is the best match for the green tie-dye made-to-move Yoga Barbie, just in case you want to upgrade her to a made-to-move body. And last but not least, here's a good look at the exterior of the orange kitty cat Cutie Reveal Barbie's packaging. And here she is in costume straight out of her packaging. I love this like gradient detail that they gave to her, and also the catch lights in her eyes are like this sort of six-pointed Star of David like shape, and she actually has embroidered eyelashes and whiskers, so they put a little bit more detail into her costume. Now I must admit that I do not have a single Barbie doll on display with the Kim face sculpt at the moment, and that's only really because Mattel rarely does anything interesting with her facial screening. But guys, look at this. Look how awesome and unique the screening is on this doll. I really love her eyes. It almost looks like she's got like slit eyes like a cat would. Her eyes are this beautiful green color with star catch lights and a wicked cat eye eyeliner. Of course, she's a cat. She's gotta have cat eye eyeliner. She also has the extra detail of these painted on black whiskers, and also her lips are this dark magenta color with painted on sparkles, and it's very hard to see, but she does have a red heart button on her nose, which does come off with heat. And her hair is a dark brown color, but it's like this crimped texture, and I think it's probably propylene. Honestly, if it were saran, it wouldn't be sticking up like this. As for her second outfit, she comes with this plastic orange cat ear headband, and also her jacket reverses into this like orange and pink striped pattern. She also comes with a sparkly golden skirt and this very interesting shoe sculpt that I've never ever seen before. It's got this like strapped buckle around it. It benefited from some painted detail, as I always say. Mattel has some really awesome sculptors, but they never come through with a paint job. And if you want to upgrade Kim to a made-to-move body, which I will be doing eventually, she has the warmish brown skin tone that's found on the wheelchair Barbie with the skipper face sculpt, and also the Beamer 1959 doll with the Claudette head sculpt. So you can make her original size or petite. And literally right in the middle of me recording this review, look who showed up at my doorstep. I am way too excited to be looking at this Barbie Fashionista, so I'm just gonna include her in this review. Look at how beautiful that illustration is. I really need to get me some Photoshop brushes that have hair textures like this. So here's Barbie Fashionista number 186, straight out of her packaging. Of course, she uses the June face sculpt, which is dated 2016. I was so excited to get this doll because we haven't seen a Barbie doll with the June face sculpt in this skin tone yet. She has the same exact skin tone that Kim had. She has the warmish brown skin tone found on the wheelchair skipper. So unfortunately, even though this is a curvy Barbie, there is no curvy made-to-move body in this skin tone yet, but hopefully there will be one day. Y'all, her braids are so beautiful and so soft. Look how much movement they have. They're like this sort of crimson maroon color, and they're very, very beautiful. And also her lip color matches her hair, but I have to admit, whenever I opened up the Amazon package and saw that she had the UV resin pixel face, I was so disappointed because her facial screening is otherwise perfect. Like, she looks so beautiful, but the UV resin really takes a toll on her. It just looks awful, and I know that part of the reason why Mattel uses that facial screening method is so that dolls won't have wonk eye as often as they once did, but like, even on this Barbie doll, you can see that this eyebrow is a lot longer than this one, so she still kind of has wonk eye even with the pixel face. So whenever these dolls are actually on store shelves, I'm definitely gonna have to hunt for a more perfect one. I mean, you all know how desperate I am and how desperate I have been in the past for all my dolls with the June face sculpt to have perfect printed faces. I really don't care for her outfit. I gotta say, I'm not in love with the colors, the pink and the yellow, and it doesn't even continue to the back. It's conformed to her body, which is great, and it velcros, which is awesome. I definitely plan on dressing her a lot more mature, because this looks really childish to me. I'm sorry. Like, I know that the Barbie Fashionista's main demographic are very small children, and very small children love bright flashy colors, but this just does not fit this doll. Like, it looks like she's being forced to wear this, and I will be fixing that. As for her accessories, she comes with these gold, sort of like, they look like gears almost, earrings. They're not like metallic, they're more like just a matte gold color, and also these plain white sneakers. Yeah, not loving the outfit on this doll, but her face is everything. Y'all had to let me know what your favorite Cutie Reveal Barbie is. This collection has proven to be extremely popular among kids and collectors, and Mattel has already planned multiple waves already, so expect to see many more Cutie Reveal Barbies in the future. Be sure to check the community tab on this channel, where I'll be keeping you all up to date on all the upcoming Barbie news. Also, like I always say, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy my content to support my channel, and I'll see you all next video. Thank you so much.